Imagine this. You've been hearing for months that the dollar is in trouble, but life's been busy and you never really stopped to figure out why or what to do about it. Like a frog in slowly boiling water, you got used to the heat. Groceries and gas kept getting more expensive, but you chalked it up to just how things are now. Until one day, it's different. Prices are jumping by the hour. Banks are limiting withdrawals. The card reader at the gas station, offline. Suddenly, all that money in your account is just numbers on a screen, and no one's accepting it. And maybe you're thinking, come on now, this will never happen. But history says otherwise. Venezuela, Argentina, even parts of Europe during crisis, money didn't just lose value, it stopped working. And the people who made it through? They weren't the richest. They were the ones who had something useful to trade. Welcome back to Prepare for SHTF. In this video, I'm sharing the modern barter list, 20 real-world items that actually hold value when money fails. But stick with me, because the final item on this list, it's the one thing you should never trade. And right after that, I'll show you the most powerful thing you can offer in any barter situation, something no one can take from you. And do me a quick favor, if you're focused on real-world prepping without the drama, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps this channel grow and spread preparedness to those who need it most. We're going to move quickly through the list, so don't worry about writing everything down. I've included all 20 items in the description below, along with links, so you can come back and grab what you need when you're ready. Let's get into it. Number 1. Clean water and filtration supplies. In any crisis, water is the first thing to vanish. Most water treatment stations are vulnerable, and if they're compromised, clean tap water disappears fast. People can survive weeks without food, but only about 3 days without water. That makes bottled water, filter straws, and purification tablets top-tier barter items. Buying in bulk, like a 5 or 10 pack of filter straws, can save you money. They don't have to be name brand like Life Straw, but the more familiar or well-reviewed, the more trade value they carry. If you're using off-brand gear, keep the original packaging, because when someone's bartering for survival, they'll ask, does this actually work? Number 2. Lighters and fire starters. When the power's out, fire becomes everything. Heat, light, cooking. Lighters, waterproof matches, and ferro rods are small, lightweight, and easy to trade. Bulk packs of Bic lighters or generic fire starters are cheap now, but priceless later. A few extras in your stash could buy you a warm bed, a hot meal, or a safe place to stay. Number 3. Over-the-counter medicine. Once pharmacies close, even basic meds become gold. Pain relievers, cold and flu pills, allergy meds, antacids, antidiarrheals, these are everyday items that suddenly become survival tools. Here's the trick. Don't stock giant bottles. A 1,000-pill container might save you money, but smaller bottles, 50 or 100 count, are much easier to trade. And always keep meds in their original packaging. No one's going to trade for mystery pills in a sandwich bag. Number 4. Hygiene and sanitation supplies. Toilet paper might have been the punchline back in 2020, but in a long-term crisis, hygiene is deadly serious. Soap, toothpaste, feminine products, disinfectant wipes, these aren't about comfort. They prevent disease. Stores will run dry, health services will be overwhelmed, and those who planned ahead will hold powerful trade items in the form of everyday hygiene supplies. Number 5. Manual can openers. It sounds too simple to mention until someone's staring at a shelf full of canned food and realizes they can't open a single can. Sure, you could use a knife and risk slicing your hand or dulling your only blade, but a $5 can opener? Suddenly that's survival gear. They're cheap, universal, and often forgotten, which makes them one of the most overlooked, high-demand barter items you can keep in your stash. Number 6. Flashlights and batteries. When the lights go out, darkness becomes a real threat. Small LED flashlights, headlamps, and even glow sticks are invaluable in grid-down situations. But don't forget the power. AA and AAA batteries will be worth their weight in silver. Hand crank or solar-powered flashlights offer long-term value with no fuel needed. The more reliable the light source, the higher its trade potential. Number 7. Fuel and cooking supplies. You can't eat cold beans forever. Propane canisters, Alcohol stove fuel, or even firewood become trade gold when traditional cooking stops. Small butane stoves or camping setups are excellent barter items, especially if you've got extra fuel to go with them. They may take up space, but in a world with no kitchen, even a single burner can become survival gear. Number 8. Coffee and tea. When the world turns upside down, comfort becomes currency. Instant coffee, tea bags, or even powdered creamer can lift morale and ease caffeine withdrawal for the unprepared. These aren't essential for survival, but they're highly tradable in the early days of a crisis when people still crave a taste of normal life. Number 9. Spirits and trade-grade liquids. These aren't just for drinking, they're multi-use barter tools. Small bottles of high-proof spirits can be used as wound cleaners, sanitizers, pain relievers, or even tincture bases. Stick to sealed, single-use bottles. They're safer, easier to store, and far more trustworthy in a trade than anything homemade or opened. Number 10. Basic tools and hardware. When supply chains collapse, DIY becomes the only option. Duct tape, super glue, multi-tools, zip ties, nails, and paracord. These items repair broken gear, reinforce shelter, or solve problems on the fly. They don't look flashy, but when something breaks and you've got the fix, you hold the leverage. Number 11. Blankets and warm clothing. When the temperature drops, warmth becomes survival. Wool blankets, thermal underwear, thick socks, gloves, and knit hats can be lifesavers, especially for those caught off guard or stuck outdoors. Focus on practical, durable items. In a world without heat, a warm layer is worth more than a luxury item. Number 12. Baby supplies. Babies don't stop needing care just because the system breaks. Diapers, wipes, rash creams, baby formula, and even baby food pouches are critical trade items, especially in communities with young children. They're often overlooked in prepping, but for a desperate parent, they're priceless. Number 13. Shelf-stable, ready-to-eat food. Not everyone has the gear or time to cook during a crisis. Ramen, MREs, protein bars, canned pasta, or instant rice meals are incredibly tradable. They're lightweight, require little to no prep, and offer comfort during stressful times. One hot, ready-to-eat meal can seal a deal faster than gold. Number 14. Seeds for growing food. When the food runs out, growing your own becomes the only option. Non-GMO, heirloom vegetable seeds, especially high-yield crops like beans, tomatoes, or squash, can become strategic barter items. They're compact, long-lasting, and represent long-term sustainability in a short-term world. Number 15. Trash bags and heavy-duty liners. Doesn't sound exciting, but this is one of the most versatile items on the list. Trash bags can be used for sanitation, waterproofing, emergency ponchos, improvised shelters, even hauling supplies. The heavier the gauge, the more useful they are. This is one of those you don't think about it until you need it trades. Number 16. Pet supplies and animal food. If you think people are desperate when their stomachs are empty, wait until their pet's bowl is. Small bags of kibble and canned dog food are ideal for barter. Easy to split, transport, and share without giving away your entire stash. Don't overlook this niche. To the right person, a few scoops of pet food could mean the world. Number 17. How-to books and practical guides. When the internet's down and Google's gone, knowledge becomes survival. Books on first aid, gardening, water purification, wild edibles, even basic home repair can be life-saving. Stock duplicates, one for you and one to trade with someone who desperately needs to learn what you already know. Number 18. Eyeglasses and reading glasses. When your vision fails, so does your ability to function independently. In a long-term crisis, a broken pair of glasses can turn into a serious problem. Cheap reading glasses, magnifiers, even spare prescription frames are compact, affordable, and extremely valuable for barter. When people can't see, they can't survive. Number 19. Fishing supplies. When shelves are bare and meat is scarce, fishing becomes survival, not sport. Hooks, line, bobbers, and sinkers, especially compact kits, are lightweight and powerful barter items. Almost anyone can recognize them, and more importantly, put them to use. And here it is, the last item on the list that I promised at the very beginning of this video. The one thing you should never trade. Some things are simply too risky to trade, no matter how desperate times get. There are items that, once handed over, can't be taken back, and you don't know how or against whom they might be used. These supplies are meant to protect, not to circulate. In a world where trust is fragile, some things are best kept off the table. The bonus item, your skills. Gear breaks, supplies run out. But skills? They stick with you. If you can repair gear, purify water, grow food, or treat injuries, you carry value that can't be lost or stolen. Skills are the ultimate barter item. So while there's still time, learn something that will matter. Because when everything else is gone, your hands and your knowledge are still in the game. That wraps up the modern barter list. 20 items you'll wish you had when money no longer matters. But remember this, it's not just about the stuff. It's about being ready, thinking ahead, and having something of real value when everything else breaks down. So take a moment, look through the description, check the list, and pick 1 or 2 things you can start with today. Even small steps now can make a huge difference later. And if you found this video helpful, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because the more people who are prepared, the stronger we all become. Thanks for watching. As always, stay ready, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.